What is up, YouTube fam? Hey, today I'm gonna shoot a little video of replacing my plug that I was telling y'all about in the last video, maybe the last couple of videos actually, on the little kayak, on the Tamarack. My plug is evidently gone kaput, as they used to say, and I need to replace it. So I bought plugs to replace it with, but then I thought, well, instead of using the plug and unplugging and plugging in all the time, maybe I just get a quick disconnect set up. So I think I may try that. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but when I do, you guys will see it. Here we go. So here's the plug, and on the inside of this you can kind of see it's kind of jacked up a little bit. There's some corrosion, and the looks like part of the actual plug part is kind of coming loose. The rubber part's kind of just coming apart a little bit, and on the plug side, on the trolling motor, one of the plugs is, or the prongs is loose, and so it's either one or both of those issues that's causing the trolling motor to shut on and off. So I'm going to replace it. The thing is, if I replace this with another one, then cool, right? It's all good. It's just clipping one, putting another one on. But if I decide that I want to actually just do the quick disconnect, then I've got to rerun wires that are basically going all the way up into here and somehow come out of here, most likely, with the new wire, and have a disconnect just somewhere over here where I can just unplug it and plug it in whenever I need to. So that's what I'm going to kind of look at today. I've got to take this off anyway to replace it, so I'm going to take it off, see what size the hole is, and if I have something that'll work, I may just replace it and just run that quick disconnect instead. Let's see what I decide to do here. I also found out the other day while I was working on this kayak, actually, that my drill battery, I've got two, because kids, you should always get two batteries when you're buying drills. The other battery won't charge, and I know it's not the charger because the charger will charge this one. So I've got one bad battery. Hopefully I won't need it a lot today anyway, and we'll be good to go. So I'm just going to take this off. It may take me a minute to get everything with the caulk. I can't even remember. It's been probably 3 years, 2 at least, since I put this on. So yeah, I mean, I know it's not gonna be that easy. I'm gonna have to chip away and get this stuff out of here. So just did a little cutting around the edge with this, and should come right out. I don't remember if I attached it down in there like with tape or something. I may have, but looks like it didn't. So I'll probably disconnect this, and then I'll pull the wires through a different way so I can kind of work and figure out how I want to do this. Okay, so before I made any other decisions, I want to make sure that with the trolling motor mount that I can still get my crate in here if I ever wanted it. I haven't used it much lately, but what I'm thinking of doing is I can put my battery in the crate and just have all my wiring out here, and I don't have to run it all the way up to the front. And the battery I'm using for this one anyway is, like I told you guys, that 18 amp hour small battery that it doesn't weigh hardly anything anyway, so it's not going to be an issue there. And I may not even use the crate sometimes. I may just get, well, I probably have one, I've got too many, waterproof container and put the battery in that, and then set that back here, and I'm good to go. So let's do it on the outside, and then I gotta plug that. I had to take it out to disconnect it anyway, but I may just put the old one back on and silicone it real good, snap it back on. It should be waterproof. So I just need to strip off some wires here for one of my connectors that I have. It's been a minute. Dang. There we go. So, got my 2 ends stripped off. This is the plug on the other side for the quick disconnect, or quick connect, whichever way you want to look at it. Twist these up a little bit. And I need to see if I have any heat shrink tape. Dang it. Okay, looks like I have just a little bit of some heat shrink, which I'm going to save for the outside. What I decided to do, I was going to do this a while back and just never did. I'm not going to hook up this switch part. I'm not messing with that because I had an issue with it. But my little battery will fit perfectly in this box because this is the one I bought it for, and I'm going to wire it to where this connection, I'll have a this will get spliced, so those will get spliced together here because I have to run this. Let me get you a different angle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm just going to have the battery box right here, and then my cable, my power that comes basically from here to the switch used to be up in the front. There used to be batteries up there, and then that ran all the way under, came up, and then connected to these, and then went into the switch, then out of the switch back through the tubing all the way back. I didn't have a good angle, sorry about that. All the way back to the trolling motor itself. So I'm basically cutting out a very long length of wire underneath, and I'll be able to have a quick disconnect on the outside. So the next step is I'm going to connect, and actually I need connectors, not whatever these are called, disconnect tabs. I don't need those right here. I need my other connector tabs, and hopefully I have some of those. Let's go find those. And then we'll connect here to this. So this will connect to this. The other side, this will stay on the outside of the Kayak, and it'll connect to another one of these, and then that will go inside the box and power everything. That's the plan. Alright, fortunately I did find what I needed. Whew, it was kind of touch and go for a minute there. Didn't know if I was going to find them or not. I think these are the right size. I'm going to have to go get my crimpers, but we're going to put this on here just like that. I've got my heat shrink here, and then the other side will go here. So everybody at home, I'm not a licensed electrician, nor do I play one on TV. However, black to black, red to red. Get it to fit right. Come on now. There we go. Come on. No, don't do that. Fix that. Alright. Now. And I will tape these because I always do afterwards. gonna crimp it. Well, yeah, that side's not gonna stay, of course. All right, crimp this. Get my hands to work right. Hopefully they'll stay together. Nice. Now if I can just, didn't think about that, did you? If I can get that all the way over this part. I'm not uncrimping, I'm just trying to get this kind of smashed down a little bit easier for me here. Heat shrink should be a little bigger probably. It's perfect on the wire. Thought it was going to work, and it's probably not. Dang it. Well, it looks like I've got to go buy some heat shrink. However, I can wire the other part because I don't need it inside the box. So let's do that. So I'm not just, you know, wasting and killing time here all day. I also already used my new little butane. Man. I guess that's butane. Also, I'm going to clean this off. You don't need to see me do that. I'm just going to scrape it down and then get it cleaned off and get it, and then seal it, put the old one back on it. Alright, let's do the box. So the plan is to have it pretty much as far up this way as I can, just to save on my wire. And then, I may not need to do it like that actually. I guess I can put it anywhere I want, which is probably a good thing because I'm probably going to want to put it in my box at some point. Let's see. Oh yeah, this will be on the outside. Same thing, gonna strip the wire down. Then this will go up in here. So this will always stay inside the box. Hopefully you guys can see this. This will always stay inside the box. I've got to drill a hole for the wires to come through. I don't think I'm going to put it on here though, because then I've got to do this weird angle. So I think I'm going to come through the side over here, up pretty high, and then that way I still got room to connect both. If this goes pretty much right up against it, I may go over here to give me a little bit extra. But I'm going to drill a hole underneath the box, well, not under the box, in the side of the box here, run the wires through, connect them, and then leave this hanging on the outside. So I'm going to drill a hole right here. I don't have my marker with me. I'll make a little mark there so I know where to drill. I brought my step down bit out. This is my big one, which I couldn't find my narrow one, but this will still work. And I'll drill a hole. Just big enough for the 2 wires to fit through. I don't need a huge hole in this. Probably don't even need the step down bit, but we're going to use it anyway. Let's see if those will fit in there. Oh yeah, nice. I'll probably caulk it, not that I need to necessarily, because this is going to be way above any kind of water line while it's sitting down in the kayak. I mean, something could splash up in there. Could go and find a grommet or something, but you know, I'm not going to do that. The plug will stay out here on the outside. And then let's get the connectors on here. I don't remember if these are a heat shrink or not. I don't know if that's going to fit. There it goes. Okay. I'm not worried about heat shrinking on the inside of the box. Crimp it down. Nice battery. And I'll most likely do what I did with my other box, my other battery box, and I'll put some foam in here to kind of keep it from sliding around. But for now, I'll probably have it just right in here so we can actually connect it up. You guys can see that. Let's go. Just like that. Red goes right here. Boom. Got a little bit of flex. This top should not be an issue. And there's your box. Side. I'll get the foam in there to keep it nice and still, and then once this is all hooked up, probably can't see that from that angle, can you? Once everything is hooked up the way it's supposed to be, boom, just plug this in, and then I can just disconnect it, and then I can take everything off when I move the kayak. So I have decrimped and recrimped my connection here. Just get it to slide. It's still tight, which is not a bad thing necessarily. It's just tough to get it as fairly even as I can on both sides of the crimped part. And I get to try out my new little butane thing. All right. Oh yeah. Hey, Rocky. Pretty good. Okay, got them both done, and I'll end up taping them off too, because I just always do. I know they won't slide much or anything, but I just always put electrical tape on them anyway. I kind of crimped this one just a little tight right here, so hopefully that doesn't poke out and end up being a problem, but I'll wrap it anyway with tape. All right, let's see. I guess we can go ahead and test it. See if I can do this one hand. Well, two hands technically. So my switch is off. This is where it would usually go. way. And that gave me a pretty good amount of cord, so I can probably put this inside of my crate if I wanted to and just slide it through one of the openings in the crate. But let's I'm going to open it just to keep an eye on it while I'm plugging it in and make sure something weird doesn't happen with the wiring or something, you know. So I'll plug it in. You guys can't see that. There we go. There's my plug. Plug it in. I haven't tried this yet, obviously. Ooh, that is tight. Okay, so as you can see, I still haven't been able to get this all the way together. This is so tight. And then of course I realized that the way, even when it does go all the way together, this is not going to be waterproof. So I'm going to have to get some kind of a, I don't know, some kind of a casing or something that will go over top of it or something. Because if I tape it and then take the tape off every time, you know, I'm using it, it's not really a quick release anymore, is it? So we're going to work on that. However, here we go. Let's see if this will work. It's plugged in, everything is up, trolling motor's mounted. Make sure it's tight enough that it won't fall off of here. I'm going to have to figure, I got to redo some of these wirings and all of this, but let's see how it goes. Oh yeah. Now, let me see if I've actually got this wired right so it'll do it the right way. That's supposed to be forward. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. And then reverse. 1, 2, 3. That's it on reverse. You. So that's pretty much it, other than taping it off and finding a way to waterproof that. I have to figure that one out once we get to a different point, but we'll get it figured out. And probably if I have it inside the kayak in the crate, it won't matter anyway, but we'll make sure we get it taken care of and it's in the right place. All right. Hey, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Please subscribe if you like this kind of content. And got some more fishing videos coming out soon, so stay tuned for those. We'll see y'all out there on the water.